That's right, I did receive it this month, which means that I will be doing another overview of RWR and the things that I found interesting while I was reading it. So, I'm sure some of you will notice that it's a little thin for an RWR. My daughter decided while I was trying to read it that she wanted to read it too, and so unfortunately, in the struggle for who gets the RWR, she won the top cover. So, tape does wonders and it'll be fixed, but for now I figured we'd do the review of my ever so slightly the overview. I will get that right one of these videos. I will do the overview of my slightly mangled RWR. But it still had some very interesting stuff in it, mangled or not, so hopefully you'll be interested in what I have to share. I found the 2010 Romstat report to be very interesting. Um, it's the overview of how romance has been doing as a genre in literary purchases, and it talks a little bit about the expectations of sales. It mentions um, the slight decline we've been having in sales since 2005. However, it does suggest that the projected sales for this next year will actually be increased. So they're projecting that the sales for the year 2011 will be better than the sales for 2010 were. So that's very encouraging for those people, especially who have been buying into the whole, you know, the reading is dead, and no one's going to buy books, no one's going to write them. The only thing that you're going to get out there is, you know, conglomerates of authors getting together to write, you know, a book or whatever, and that's all is out there for the future. I really don't think so. Especially not the whole idea of uh, computer written books and generated books and things like that. It's just not going to work. There's something in an author's voice and in the human mind that can't be duplicated by a computer or a conglomerate or a bunch of editors getting together and discussing what they think is popular, because there's just a cohesiveness in reading a book by an author that has been uh, living with those characters in their head, and thinking and dreaming and living the lives of those characters. It's irreplaceable in my opinion. The other thing that was very interesting about this article that they suggest is to keep an eye on the decline of the adult mass market paperbacks, because this is the largest purchase, according to this article. This is the largest um, format that romances are purchased in. However, I just think that's going to change. I think that some people will continue to buy their mass market paperbacks, and some will continue to buy, hardcovers, and some will want to buy ebooks, and some, like myself, will probably end up buying a combination of the three. I mean, I buy um, ebooks and I read them, and sometimes if I absolutely love an ebook, I'll buy it as a paperback too, just so I have the copy, or I'll have my signed copy and then I have an ebook copy so I can read it without having to mess up my signed copy. And so I don't think that's going to go away any day soon, despite the forecasts and all these, naysayers that are out there trying to frighten everyone with well, publishing is dead and all that. So I won't go back into that tirade, but I found this very interesting, and I definitely suggest taking a look at the Romstat report. I found Keeping Readers for Life by Jennifer Fusco. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. She talks about keeping readers for life by getting their attention, making sure that your website can be located through Google. Different search engines will find it. She talks about using your blog to get the attention of readers, and creating a desire for your book by Twitter and other social medias where you can uh, get information out quickly. And she also talks about uh, action. You need to make sure that the action of actually getting your book is easy. One click, and someone can be either downloading or ordering or finding your book in some way, finding the information that they want about your book. Because people are very impatient nowadays. We have movies, we have TV, we have everything instantly. I mean, even our phones, we have iPhones that you can just hit a button and you're checking your email and you're doing this and you're doing that, and everything is very fast. So you have to make sure that people can get what you're selling fast. So you want them to get your books fast. You want them to get your reviews fast. You want them to get everything as quickly as possible. And she talks about awareness, but not just awareness. She talks about awareness through subtlety. You don't want to just say, "Hey, buy my book." It's a little uh, heavy-handed. So she suggests um, a more subtle way: sneak previews, teasers, things that get people interested without shoving what you're selling in their face, because nobody likes the person at the perfume counter that pops out right in front of you and starts, spritzing you with perfume. The more intelligent people who sell perfumes will stand at the side and ask you if you want to try some, and or spray it onto those little white sticks and hand it to you if you want to see what it smells like. But this is not the commando days where they just, hide in the bushes and then jump out. So we don't want to do that with our books either. And I thought that was a very good point that she made there. So definitely some interesting stuff to check out in that one. I also wanted to talk about Start to Finish, Your Book's Journey at Harlequin by Shirley Jump. This gives a very interesting insight into what happens from the moment you're contracted to the end of your uh, book's publication and that sort of thing with Harlequin. So I definitely think that there are some very interesting things to be seen in there. I think that the lists of what your duties are that have been set forth in each one of those sections uh, are very, very helpful to know ahead of time, because you'll know what to expect as the author, what they'll be looking to you to do and what they'll be doing. So these are things you can think of ahead of time before you get to the critical point where, okay, I've got to do this and I don't have it done and I'm not ready to do it. So this is a very, very helpful little piece of information. I definitely would suggest that you pick up this month's RWR and read through it, because there are quite a few very interesting things in here. And I think especially for those of you who haven't been published yet, or who might want more information on what people think about, uh, where the publishing industry is going and what people are doing nowadays, I definitely think you'll find some things in here that will be helpful to you. So check out your RWR, and hopefully I'll have another one for you next month, and maybe I'll actually be able to do a recipe or two this month as well. So keep watch out for that. But I am doing Nano this month, so it depends on my time. So thanks, and I hope to see you next month or later this month if I'm able to find a recipe and have time to make it. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.